Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another Minecraft Musings on the day after Father's Day. Um, I'm just really excited because I finally did. I'm doing some upkeep on my. And it's funny to say, like, if you played Magic the Gathering or if you're ever familiar with that, they have this phrase called upkeep. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of like a game mechanic in it. And unfortunately, that's been ruined as some of my friends pointed out that in certain halfway houses, Magic the Gathering is often played by, oh, let's see, I don't even have any emeralds. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. Anyways, sex offenders like to play that game. I mean, and it is a very cerebral game. Like there's a lot of thinking, there's a lot of, and actually not really. I say that, but that's not saying that anyone plays Dungeons and Dragons or plays any kind of strategy game or even plays like this game. Oh, wait. Oh, we got to protect against the. All right, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's build a fence at least to protect against wolves spawning in. Or wait, is that even? Ah, let's at least try it. We'll make an effort, but we might just have to not have llamas here. I don't know. We'll do cherry fences, of course. Uh, Anyways, yeah. So I organized the playlist, and I have my alarm going. 33 minutes for the 33rd degree Freemason. No, I'm just kidding. Making some people just go nuts. Like, that'd be funny. No, because I do have some friends that here or there. But anyways, no, I'm not. I mean, not that I know of. That's why I find it hilarious. Like on a couple of things on the Twitter, I tagged Elon and I was like the Illuminati, and like, and I know like he probably like the chances of him seeing it are very small. Although the chances of someone working for him seeing it are actually pretty high. And then especially if I keep getting reported and stuff, which I'm not like trying out there trying to get reported. Don't get me wrong, but like, um, I think it does happen because I feel like every now and then, depending on certain situations, my tweets either go through or they don't, and it's weird, like some kind of censorship. But I don't know. There's a lot of things that like he's toggling a lot of controls. So I mean, he's trying. He's experimenting in real time with a communication app that's connecting the entire world together. I mean, it's a fascinating time to be alive. Like, especially when you consider, should we make the? Yeah, we absolutely should. The tree is part of the fence, and so shall that one. Ah. Okay, that's actually probably good. In fact, we could have just ended there. And we will. So, anyways, I just feel like we're really coming to a crux, like, with this whole concept, like, cybersecurity, preventative cybersecurity. Oh, and I added those tags, so if it seems excessive, I apologize, but that is kind of, and actually this is too much. We've already got one tree doing it, we don't need two. And anyways, but these videos are geared towards higher education, preparing someone for higher education, making it to where, well, the actual higher education, I mean, and just all of that stuff, because there are resources out there, but unless you know how to find them or how to use them, they're not really good. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's much more efficient to have someone guide you through the process of how to get into higher education or even just teach you higher education. So, and that's where I have projects going. I have Let's Learn Python, exclamation point. It's cheesy, I know, but it's the basics. And so it's just starting out like, hey, let's learn Python, all excited. And then we'll get even further into like deeper concepts. But as it is, like even right now, as I'm making this video, there's what? 4 videos, so 2 of example problems on Code Wars, and then 2 of how to use my Python tutorial. So just there, like, 2 hours of 4 episodes of boom. Then you can start doing coding in Python. And then, you can get more advanced with it. Oh, wait, did I have? I really need another cow. Here, let's feed you now. Now we have enough wheat to go around. I was like, the ethical part of it, let's gamble. There we go. Let's make all 5 eat. Why not? No, just the the fine line between, yes, this is a video game, but also it's still kind of messed up. Oh, and I never finished talking about that cybersecurity tactic that it felt bad doing it, and I never did it again. But so I was being scammed, and I had made a guess that the person was from India. And so once I realized that absolutely it was a scam, we weren't reaching any more ground. Because then I was trying to get more information, like give me an address, like where can I ship this to you, or same thing. Because like he was wanting an address, he was wanting all this stuff, and like payment, so the FedEx guy could give me lottery winnings, basically. So I was like, all right, cool, and and I honestly was like, at very first I was like, there was a slight voice at the back of my mind that was like, wait a minute, what if? I mean, how would you know? Because then I was like thinking, well, if it was me and I had won the lottery and I was trying to donate things, but then I was like, I'd probably say something more specific, like, but even then, like, you got to be prepared for if they, okay, well, they think of that, they could be like, because they did think of a lot of things. They had a picture of a FedEx driver with his ID, and then which could be easily gotten from someone be like, hey, send me a picture of your FedEx ID, and it just it's just a picture in someone's name, and then before they figure it out, like the person's like, oh yeah, no, my friend from from college. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like that could be anything, but you should never send a picture of your ID because that is your authentication to your place of business, and that is a security risk. So, and again, I worked for an aerospace company. I know, like, top government regulations, ITAR, like, for restricting access to things, and like, and I was very good at it. Third best in the entire IT department, bud. So, anyways, I'm just kidding. I just had the third highest ticket closure rate, out of opportunity and hard work where they combined. And it was for the team too, and I would do it again. In fact, that's part of why I do all this, is I serve my country and I serve the world, so I want everybody to be safe out there. And I want everybody to knock it off that isn't being safe. Like, stop stealing. You don't have to steal. That's my point. Like, especially with India, and they are doing good. And most of them, they are. I was watching the scammer payback, and like, a lot of India is excited to like get rid of the scammers too. So, it's kind of like a dying breed intentionally, but a non-violent way too. And also, like, we got to remember that they're just stealing money. It's earthly possessions. At the end of the day, we can't be like hanging people for it and stuff. And that's where, like, people change or different opinions with see, I don't know. For now, that's good. Let's put the torch back, not the lever. Let's see. Oh, and I was also having an idea. We can do. I know this is very scatterbrained, but yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Let's see. I need those, those. That's probably good. What I was thinking. Kind of like that. I mean, I still like it as kind of like an overhang. And, what is this? All right. I don't know. It just like, it could keep going around. There's a lot of half-finished parts of this, but I'm trying to focus on gearing up to make a Python coding video. We're going to do some coding challenges. I want to do the formatter. So let's talk about the formatter. I don't remember what it's actually called, what the challenge is called, but the gist of it is, I believe you have to change a time, like it's a time of so many seconds, into days, it might even be months, weeks. I mean, either way, it's units of measurement of time. You have to split it down into that, and then depending on if there's multiple or singular, you have to adjust the formatting accordingly. Because instead of just printing out numbers and then saying, day, hour, minute, second, like all robotic like that, it's supposed to be reactive, dynamically adjusting to where if there's multiple, like more than one, you have an S, reflecting the English vernacular to reflect the numerical value, the data. So, and so first of all, you're reading it or you're manipulating it. So first you massage the data, you convert it from seconds to all those different units of measure. And then, let's see, what else are we doing? We should put like this up high too. Yeah. Oh, whoops. I even knew it as I clicked the button, like as I was looking at something else on the screen, and there we go. All right, yeah, yeah, we got the golden door. Okay. I kind of feel bad for my neighbors if my voice does carry because I hear doors. I don't know. Sometimes people don't realize they close them hard, but we'll see. But I have heard. Oh, that's the other thing. I need to make sure all my windows are closed because I mean, well, and I remember that in college too, hearing people doing the no cha cha um, elsewhere. Oh, let's see. Could do that and that. So that's about it. I mean, and so I hard coded a solution my first try, and it was horrible. It was like it's like 3 pages long of code. I mean, it worked kinda. I mean, by the time I didn't even finish it because then I realized like well before finishing that oh wait I could probably do this a different way, and then I did, and it was so much easier, and then I got it because these are just ones that I have coded successfully. And the snafus one that I was talking about a couple episodes back, I do think I know how to do that, but I haven't done it. So, yeah, that's where that's at. Which that might be cool for like a live coding thing. Be like, okay, admittedly, I haven't actually solved this one, and you can see it like on my more personal account, which I show to potential employers, but hopefully not for many many years. But in the off chance. And that's why I don't like using LinkedIn either, because, and that is like a OSINT, so even anything on there, you still got to be ready to be like, have people know. So when people talk to you or they try to spearfish you and, use information that they might have gleaned from one of your socials, then they'll be like, oh, that's why I have a zero trust approach to everything. Like I don't answer my phone for anything. If I don't recognize the number, I let it go to voicemail. And if they don't leave a voicemail, then it wasn't worth it. And then if they do leave a voicemail, I apologize and I explain as such. And then I give them a little quick cybersecurity lesson, if they got time, if I can rush it in. And then next thing you know, they're more cybersecurely sound. No, that's something cheesy, but no, they have a better cybersecurity mindset. Going, you know what? Kind of want, or should it be, yeah, the middle. There we go. Because I mean, I like the pavilion idea, but I don't like the idea of hostile mobs just coming and going. Let's see, is that even? So we got one, two, three, four. One, two, three. Okay. Which makes sense because then we get that, but that even seems off. No, I think it's right there. Oh no. I gotta move the whole door. Yep. Or do I leave it askew? Askew. I like askew. All right. Anyways. So, so really, we could do the snafus one. Since we can't do the Sudoku, we could do the Sudoku solver one. So that one, they give you. I started looking at that one. They give you a grid, but there's a bunch of zeros for unknown spaces. So then you need to. Actually, you know what? We could just. It's a nice place. All fancy. Oh wait, and then it can't. Oh yeah. All right. We got a farm, and we'll have that. Oh, we should make a mine too. I mean, I know we still have a lot of these half-finished projects, but I mean, it really doesn't matter what we're doing as long as we're just doing something. I mean, we've got like half of Memorial Island done. I guess that's something else. We could build other houses or not. I mean, mining kind of sounds like a better use of time. Also, I think, don't you get? I mean, maybe if you don't get them from this, you do get them from cooking copper, but just be careful because I don't know. At some point, we'll go back. Actually, I don't know. Maybe after this one. I just wanted to do an episode to kind of sum it up, get ready for a Python video, and then go make a couple Python videos, and then call it a day with the projects. We will take all this copper. because now that we have all this wood, we'll just go ahead and cook everything. And actually, yeah, we got 2 furnaces, so that way we can heal our tools without having to go back. Not that it's a huge way, but like, I mean, it's a good few minutes. But anyways, to sum up the projects of season 4, Father's Day, like, I don't know, that was just a coincidence. Like, as I was doing the description, I was like, yeah, it's Father's Day. I'm a father. So, I had a father. Everybody has a father. Uh, everyone has a biological father and mother, and then sometimes they have other fathers and mothers. So, stepfathers, adoptive mothers, adoptive or stepmothers, et cetera, et cetera. So, and scalable solutions. Oh yeah, let's talk about the Twitters. Okay, so cybersecurity and why I call these preventative maintenance, mental or actually yeah, preventative maintenance is a really good label to apply to this. And I actually did that over at the wind turbine factory. I got promoted to that, so I was actually fixing machines before they broke down. So trying to like clean them up, make sure that like there's nothing clogging things or blocking things. Um, just taking care of machines. Oh, let's see, and then. Need more of these. Let's wait now. We're going here. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because, we're still going to need more planks and more logs. And for this, we'll just put this bottom 2 rows of copper. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so this guy said, why would you trust felons with guns? And I was basically, because we're still on the gun safety debate. And so I'm trying to there's been discussions about is me and a few people, and then people are, disagreeing and then like proposing their own ideas. It's awesome. Like it's like a discussion forum on Twitter. So, anyways, it's about the gun rights and hold on. And if you were to raise the voting age to 25, the military age to 25, the drinking age till 25, this, like all the things to 25 instead of 18. Um, And I don't know where you'd stop too, like the consenting adult for sex thing. I don't think you could go that far, but you'd have to keep that at 18. But and then even that, or maybe not. Maybe like marriage is just kind of like a thing. Like it used to be useful back in the day, but now, I mean, shotgun weddings and all that might not be as helpful as like we originally thought. And why we see so many rates of divorce is partly because situations and circumstances forcing into situations that would have normally been a different way. Wait, those look so similar, but then you can kind of see it. That looks more like diorite, polished diorite or something. But then light gray, like I don't know. I see the difference now, but it's very subtle. Anyways, I think we need more furnaces. We have plenty of these. So, yeah, let's do like 2 more at least. Oh, whoops, yep, and the copper. Okay. If nothing else, then we've got some use for this memorial island other than, because it should be, yeah, we should, take time to honor our fallen, honor our past humans, the people that didn't make it, but at the same time, really honor them and make it to where future people aren't going to die like that. Actually, let's make 2 more because, yeah, we got. See, again, now we're weighing the advantages and disadvantages of additional throughput with additional machines or additional processing units to process copper. And this is going to heal our tools, hopefully. I could be wrong about that. This could be embarrassing. Worst case, it is wrong, and then we still just have a bunch of copper that we can build with. And then that'll rust into green. Ooh, a pink and like a copper rust green might be cool. Like kind of a quasi island and stuff. And anyways, yeah, this is going to get exciting more as it goes on because the petals are going to keep accumulating. So, and it takes time. Also, do we have any dirt? How are we doing on that? No, No. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. We do have iron, so we can make. We need to make stone slabs. Oops. So we're gonna do that. Ugh, so much yard work and stuff. It's ridiculous. It's like all summer long. And it's funny because most people are like normal people are working right now. Or no, no. It is Juneteenth. I think it's a national holiday. So, jeez. Chill, bud. All right. We're gonna make this. Oh. Oh, that's right. You don't need so you can do this, I think. Yep. Doesn't matter what it is. You just need an iron and then or a piece of iron. And so I cooked two, whatever. We have stone. You could also get that with silk touch. And in fact, we'll put that in the valuables because then that is, I think you do have to have that for, well, now I don't know. Now let's see if we do a slab. Oh, we can also do a hopper. Nice, but only one. I mean, we'll do it. Okay. So this way, what we can actually do. Hmm. And I was like, I don't really want to get rid of all of those, but let's see. And yeah, it just fills up. So then you need a hopper to pull it out of there. And I wonder if that's because just this hopper being there is blocking it from popping out. Interesting. And then you need a second hopper below it to siphon it out. And then a chest here, which we can just go ahead and do. And we'll put it, well, yeah, I'll do it that way. We need more dirt from, well, I guess we could have a rocky porch. I don't know. It's weird. It's Memorial Island. I don't even really intend on spending too much time here. It's like fixing it up, making it cool. Well, I don't know. I say that, but then what kind of memorial is it? You know. So we'll do that. We'll keep harvesting, doing things, and then yes, we'll do a code thing because if nothing else, we can do that. Because even converting date and time is easy. Like if it's from seconds, and that's actually Linux has a time um, standard of keeping track of like that. Oh, let's actually get some of that too. But anyways, it's gonna be a while before the petals accumulate. Of course, I also have petals, so um, I can do that. Let's see. Okay, but yeah, changing dates to time. So if you have like 1,000,000 seconds, you divide that by, well, so first you have to divide it into minutes. So you divide it by 60. So then whatever that is divided by 60. And then to get to hours, you need to divide it by 60 again. Then you have how many hours. And you got to keep that remainder. So you got to like keep track of how many seconds are left over, how many hours are left over, how many minutes are left over. Or no, sorry, in order: seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. And then you could do decades if you want, but then it's getting into like kind of ridiculous amounts. And I'm pretty sure that it doesn't go that far. But basically, so then once you do that division out, and then of course it's only 60 for hours and seconds and minutes. Once you go to days, it's 24 hours. And then you have 7 days per weeks, 4 weeks. Oh, and that's the thing. Actually, I wouldn't even say weeks. Sorry, that's months you could do. Really, days would probably be so like days, years, because weeks and months are subjective. Like weeks are 7 days, but they're not really, they don't align with months. And months they don't like start and end on the exact same day of the week. So therefore, it's all thrown off. and it's constantly thrown off because not every month has the same amount of days, and that's even just our calendar. Like you got like the Chinese calendar is completely different, but yet they still adhere to the American calendar, and I don't know, like or not adhere, like they understand. I mean, because they're very big with business with us, and the whole world is big with like the American system for everything. And yeah, and our own arrogance and our independence, like, which is funny because it's like you follow these macro and then micro level examples, and it makes so much sense once you see it a certain way. It just clicks, or not, or you think I'm just a raving lunatic and this all is like scary until it does click, or maybe it didn't click enough to where it's all exciting, which that's fine. Um, Something will, though. I mean, something will pique your interest. Like, I know geology was like my favorite area of study, but computer science and like even cryptanalysis, cryptography, like encryption, all this stuff that I'm kind of like dabbling in now. It's really fun. I mean, and it's amazing. It's like magic to see it like, but it's not magic and it's not God. It's not anything. It's a computer logic explained that can be explained on paper or like on a computer. I don't know. That's the scary thing too. Is if we were to ever bomb ourselves back to the Stone Age, it would take a long time to get up to that. Just because we don't really have any persistent data storage mechanisms that would survive a nuclear blast. Unfortunately, like I saw Elon posting something about uh, let's see, sorry, Elon posting something about um, sorry, now I'm just still like focused on what that guy said because like, and I was mean and I apologized right after. I was like, sorry, that was a little mean. And here's why. But he came back. He's like, you didn't have to freak out on me. And I was like, well, think about what you said. And because he was basically like, why would we trust a felon with a gun? And it's like, wait, what? Like that was just such a broad generalization. Like anybody that has committed a crime of the felony level, like, and I'm really talking about substance abuse and substance like, and like even theft is tied in with that because like I get it, it's not good to be stealing from people and you need to be able to respect people for how important it is that they are their own sovereign people and they deserve their property and you can't touch that property. But yet then you get all these businesses doing quote unquote good business and like predatory like practices that steal money from people. And you get all these things where it's like, well, wait a minute, like why not this? And so it's okay to do unless you're a corporation. And then if even if you're a corporation though, you're looking out for people, but then you're also a bunch of faceless shareholders that remove accountability for heinous actions that might not even be communicated until a much later time. And then once they're found out and brought to light, then it's like, oh no, what have we been doing? Sorry, that's a whole bunch of different random threads all spewing together, thrown together rather. And actually, that's an interesting concept that I would like to dive into further, parallel programming. Because, I mean, we have all these processors. Like, I'm looking into the current computers right now to donate to, students, again, college students, high school students, whoever could use it. Because we're all learning, and really, like, adult learners. I mean, because once you get your GED, I kind of consider you adult learner, like, as long as you're continuing to learn new skills. You don't have to have a diploma or a degree. You don't have to have a certification or a certificate. I mean, they're useful, and they're really useful once you start looking for work. But until then, just understanding the concepts and using the free stuff that I keep putting all this stuff together. Like, not a lot though, mind you. I've only got 4 of those videos, and I've got like 40 of these videos. But it's because these are fun. I mean, I can talk about computer science and programming logic all day, and I do. Excuse me. So. Ah, they ripped me off with the seeds. Oh well. I think I need to wait until more of them are ready. And again, like, or sorry, again, I didn't even say this. I'm getting a ton of these cherry blossoms, saplings from all this, so I'm gonna feed that to the machine. But before that, I need some more iron. So I do need to kind of do some mining. But then I wanted to heal up my pickaxe. See, it's all related. It's like a not really Jenga, but kind of a contraption you'd see in Saw. Like where you have to be careful as you move things or do things so as not to upset something else. Yep, there it is. Experience, and it fixes the tools. So right there, it's proving its worth. Let's go load up the furnaces. 'Cause I know this one is getting low. This one could use it. And yeah, but I mean, and in real life, this would be horrible because you're burning all this wood right next to like inside the house. I mean, granted, like we used to have wood stoves to keep us warm. I mean, so you got to imagine like people were probably a little bit unhealthy because of that, even the wealthy people. I mean, because there was a time when, and so it's really the ripple effect and the trickle down is already happening. As much as I hate the idea of trickle down, like, and if everybody kept the same size of glass, then trickle down would be perfect. Like, I'd be all about it, but they don't. They get like a jug, and then everybody else has like a thimble. I mean, that's about what it ends up amounting to. And it's like if you set a set standard of wealth, like you can no longer accumulate more than $1 million, maybe more like 10 million, or okay, we could even go 100 million. But like if you just put like a stop at like that, and then after a certain point, it has to go to the people that work for you, or it has to go to your family, or it has to go to like I mean, it has to be dispersed. Like even if we said that, because then if you think about it, then all of the money isn't tied up, and all of the resources aren't tied up into one single. What's this thing doing? Was it just not loaded in? Like, that's very strange. I like it. Can I? Are we gonna break it? I think I may have placed that while it was still doing that. And then this way, we can just have a line of. Wow. All right. I mean, I kind of like that better, even if they're floating. Like, let's chop down this one. Or let's start planting more, too. So we really need to get that iron though. So yeah, we've got a few things going, and then and I'm still talking about making Python. So let's talk about that. We've got Python pretty much covered to get the Sudoku solver, except for, or not the Sudoku solver. Sorry, that's where I want to go next. So for that, we would have a bunch of spaces that were zero. So then we would need to make like a data structure storing the possible outcomes, but we would need a way to revert the changes. Oh, and actually even as I say that, because I'm instantly thinking like recursive algorithms, which admittedly I've never been that good at. Like there's this one like the queen problem, like how can you have two queens, or how many ways can you have it to where they aren't in check of each other, or they wouldn't get each other, or something, or how many times can you solve a game of chess or win a game of chess, and how, like what are the steps? So yeah. But anyways, that's good for this one. We got some stuff going. I guess as long as I just let these grow, and then I'm gonna need to, yeah, we'll come back to this, but let me go do a Python video, so at least there's more, and then, if you're taking today to like learn, or if your job right now is to gain skills, or if you're already working a job and you're trying to gain more skills, like whatever the case may be, and remember, like you can do any of these, you can be doing this stuff, like technically it was a lot easier to do I did a boot camp recently, like a few years ago, or 2 years ago now. Anyways, but still, my point is, it was just a 6 month part time thing, and I worked for part of it. Then I decided to take some time off and not work for the rest of it, and I'm so glad I did because it was so much easier. But I had that ability because I mean, I was relying on family pretty heavy, so yeah. And without that, some people don't have that, and so these are, But either way, take some time, enjoy yourself, go out for a walk, and definitely if you're coding, like stay in your head. Like do some problems, get up and then walk around. In fact, I'll have to say that in the videos too, because like that is important. Go take a shower, go talk to a rubber duck, go, explain your code to your family pet, your dog, your cat, your salamander, whatever. As long as it doesn't talk back, you can confer with it all day about what your code's supposed to be doing, and then you'll probably figure out, oh, well, that's why it's not doing it, or that's rubber ducking. So and that's basically what this is doing. I'm talking to myself while I play Minecraft, and then knowing that there's going to be people watching that are possibly benefiting from these things, and here's how to do it. So all right, so Python, Java, and then basic troubleshooting for hardware, and you can get into a tech job. That's it. I mean, you need to be a medium level code wars and a medium level code in game to be considered for even a software developer intern position. And you're probably going to have to be an intern for your first 1, 2, and maybe even 3 jobs, depending on how long you stay at each. But then once you stay at one for like regular, you can expect to be considered as a software developer or an IT technician. However, if you're like less than 5 years in that role, then I could still see it being, because I mean, that was what I thought too. I had a year of software developer. So I was like, okay, now I'm going to apply as a software developer. Well, no, I still had to start from the bottom. So, anyways, just don't be surprised if you have to. Be patient and be patient with yourself too. Like these are very complex concepts, but then once you kind of see how they work together, they're actually pretty easy and they're pretty fun. So, and I'm not going to do any of them here. They're all going to be on those other videos. We'll just talk about them here. So, all right, until next time, ta ta.